Hey guys, it's Jim from AccurateForexTrader.com. I just want to give you a bit of an idea on how I trade if I was trading off the 1 hour charts. I'll just run through a quick video here and show you the sort of setups I use. Here I've just got a basic British Pound New Zealand Dollar, so GPNZ, 1 hour chart. As you can see, there's no indicators on it at all, just a nice clean chart. I'll just squash it up a bit. So as you can tell, there's a big uptrend there. It's the most recent. Today's just ticking over on my chart, 2nd of October 2014. So that's a 1 hour chart. Now, you know my favourite two indicators. I use two custom indicators, and here they are here. We have the MACD Platinum. Just default settings 12, 26, 9. It's just a MACD Platinum. Pretty straightforward. Now everything's going to go real slow here, I can tell. Alright, basically with this indicator I just use the colour of the dots. That's all I look at. So there's a red dot there, it says short, obviously not a good one. Blue dot there, long. Red dot, blue dot, red dot, blue dot, red dot. So that's pretty straightforward. Doesn't look very pretty on this chart, don't worry about it too much. But then the second indicator, this one down the bottom, the QQE Advanced. Let's have a look. Settings on this, I just use basic default 183. This is a custom indicator too. Both of these indicators, if you just contact me through my website, I'm more than happy to give you these indicators. So both of these indicators basically have to act in sync, which means, for example, I've got a blue dot here on the MACD Platinum, but there's no cross on the blue line through the orange line. Happens there, in there somewhere, and obviously blue, so we're long. Probably after this big candle, I'd say we'd be long on that one. Then we get a red dot there. We don't go short because we're still long on the QQE Advanced. Now, it's a bit difficult to line up the dots and the crosses on the MACD Platinum and the QQE Advanced. So, out of the generosity of one of my fellow traders in one of the forums, his name escapes me at the moment, he did come up with a indicator, custom indicator to identify both of those. So we'll just switch to the next chart. And now you see, here we talk about this previous example. So we've got the green arrow there, so I was right, it was after that. So we go long on the open of the next candle after the signal candle. So we've got a green arrow. So all this indicator here, it's QQQ and a MACD dual signal, and you can just set it up with the same settings as per the indicators I'm using, and all it does is place these red and green arrows on my chart. So long, short, see the short, the cross was, even though we had a red dot here, the cross through the QQE Advanced wasn't down to there. So short there, long, short, and long, short. So it's a bit messy. But now this is a 1 hour chart. Now what I like to do is trade using the same indicators based on the daily chart. So basically I'm using the daily chart as a filter. So what that means is I'm taking trades on the 1 hour chart in the same direction as the daily chart. So we'll just skip to a daily chart, and this is exactly the same indicators, same settings. It's just a daily chart on the same pair. The only thing I've added here is a moving average. It's a 40 linear weighted moving average. It's just a someone mentioned on one of the forums, and it seems to work well on the daily, the 40 LMA. So I throw that in, and that is another filter. So I'm using basically three filters on the daily, the 40 LMA and the same two indicators as I mentioned previously. Now we'll go to the most recent one because it's a nice big trend up. We've got the green arrow here, which was on the 10th of September, and the cross actually took place the following day, which was the 11th, so we'd be going long anytime from the 12th. If I was just trading the daily, that's where I'd be opening on, because it's crossed up above the moving average. I'd be taking my open on this candle here. I'll just make it a little bit. So there's the candle, the signal, not crossed though. That one has crossed and closed, so my open would be there, so we'd be long there and up good load of points there. You'll probably find we'll get a cross down after this. It just looks like after this candle closes, I'd say this would have confirmed the cross, and that's already a red dot, so we'll have a red one up here. So what I do then is I've then come up with a another custom indicator that puts the daily and the 1 hour together. Now I'll show you on this chart. Now we've just gone back to a 1 hour chart, same pair again, exactly the same. Now this LMA, the equivalent of a 40 LMA on the 1 hour is a 960 LMA. So that's all I do is just put that on my chart. Now it's just the same signals. Instead of arrows I've got dots. That's just the way my programmer did it for me. Two different people did it, so same thing, it means exactly the same thing. Now we'll go back to the, I'll give you an example. See these blue arrows? That's the daily signal. So if I go into this indicator, it's called a QMP filter 101. The higher time frame 1440, which is the daily, and it just it's just the same settings on the same two indicators. So basically that's the daily when it's gone short, so it would have been taken short, 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 and here we have that long. Now let's look at the date. So on the 10th of the 9th, and because we're on the 1 hour chart now, we can get in earlier. So it's broken through the 960, which is equivalent to the 40 LMA, so we can start taking longs. So there's the first one. I'd probably even take one because the last green dot was a long, so as soon as it breaks there and closes above there, the first trade will be taken. There, 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 there. So you can see, you can just keep on taking all these long trades. I know it's a good trend, and it's just the way it was the last trend. Up, 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 up. See, now I have got some made up an Excel spreadsheet got someone to make it up for me. What you can do is you can take all these trades. Say for example, instead of trading each one individually, you could just elect to take every trade. So you take every long, as long as it price, that's a blue arrow there, and price stays above this LMA. Take every long. Obviously you'll be accumulating them. You've got different entry positions. So what you would do then is you would go to something like, I've got a spreadsheet, see if I can bring it up. This spreadsheet, just something I had made up, custom one. So say for example, they're all the same position size. So I had 4 buy trades, all at different prices. Just change that one a bit so it's a bit more reasonable. 3902 3875. So I just made them up here. All it does is you put the figures in of your 4 trades, say for example. Gives you overall your position size, like 4 long, because 1, 2, 3, 4, so I'm obviously 4 long. Target price, say I wanted 500 pips. That calculates a target price, and this will always give you a break-even price. It keeps you, so it's a spreadsheet I've had designed, so anyone wants that, they can just contact me. So what happens basically, here I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, plus the entry, 20 trades roughly open. all different prices. Might get a bit confusing, you just don't know where you're at, but overall you might be a couple of thousand points, pips and profit there. So that's just one way of looking at it. So let's just give you an idea of how I look at this trading. Now I have built this into an EA. I've got a couple of different designs using the same indicators. Now if anyone would like a copy of that EA, just get in touch with me through my website, www.accurateforextrader.com, and I'll be more than happy to share it with you. You can do all sorts of different things. You can increase position size. You can say disregard the blue arrows and just use the MA, or disregard the MA and just use the blue arrows. There's all sorts of things you can do. I tend to use the high time frames. The daily charts, I like trading off the daily charts. For example, on this one, I don't even worry about having indicators up. I just run it like this, and I will just take trades in the direction of the arrows and the indicators. This is a pretty messy pair, but it has some big moves. For example, if you've gone long here, for example, and also I wait on the slope of the indicator. I've got built into my EA where the slope of the indicator, the MA has to actually be heading up too. So you get big huge trends there. Down, you don't take any of the long trades because you're below the MA, and the MA is sloping down, so we're just taking the short trades. It doesn't take long to accumulate them. Place like this, it gets ugly. Only taking short trades. You can manually manage the trades. You can do whatever you like. If you want to hedge, if you're not sure, you're in a sideways market, you might go long and short at the same time. Like here's my sell arrow up here, comes down through here. You wait till you get about here somewhere. So in here, that's a decent move. You don't take the long, take the next short. Same on this side, long. This is unbelievable, these moves. That's why I love trading off the daily charts. Hours good fun, but if you want to make good money long term with low stress, trade off the daily charts or even the 4 hour. Alright guys, hope that helps. Any stuff you want, anything you want, any of these indicators, spreadsheets, or anything else, any other information, feel free to contact me at accurateforextrader.com. No problems. Thanks very much.